All right, people. So I'm here with a little bit of my thoughts on Monday Night Raw here, and I gotta say I was quite surprised. I mean, this show. First off, I did not watch the entire show yet. I've watched about 2 hours, but from what I saw from the show, it actually wasn't too bad. Um, I mean, it had a few good matches in here, and I just tuned into the ending to see like the last like 3 4 minutes of the match. Um, But I gotta say, somebody said Raw was good tonight. Um, I can't say it was good because I only watched like probably 2/3 of it, so I still gotta watch. But from what I saw, I mean, let's just talk about. First off, you got the announcement of the Universal um, Championship, and I hate the name. I mean, they're like, oh, we're going to make a belt to dedicate to the universe, like, or we're gonna dedicate this to the WWE universe, so we're going to name it the Universal Belt. Yeah, I really feel represented now that they have a Universal Belt. Like, I now feel that WWE respects my opinion now that there's a Universal Belt. Somebody said some spots where good, like Sasha Banks won and Finn Balor beat. Yeah, I agree. Those were pretty cool to see. But now that they have a universal belt, I don't feel any more represented than I did before that they had this. I mean, this is bullshit. If I will feel represented when they put the right people in the right spots and give the belt to the right people. So I don't care what the fuck name belt. Just name it the World Heavyweight Championship. But instead they name it the Universal title. It just sounds dumb as fuck. But I'm very glad, despite the name, I'm glad we have a second belt now. I just would prefer that the WWE, they should just say, okay, the WWE Championship is going to be on Raw and the World Heavyweight Championship is going to be on SmackDown. But instead, it's like reverse. I don't get that. Uh, but but I am happy. Um, I am happy that there are going to be two belts now, and Raw is going to contain a belt, so that's good. Balor wins. He beats Roman Reigns, which I was very glad to see. Like I said, I didn't see the entire match. Only saw the ending, but very cool to see Balor win there. And now it's going to be Balor versus Rollins at SummerSlam, which I am very happy about. This should be a great match for the belt there. Um, You had Sasha Banks defeating Charlotte, which was, I thought, a good match. Definitely a quality match, which is unusual for the Divas division. Um, there was a very cool spot where Charlotte did a moonsault off the top rope onto the ring floor. That was fucking awesome. Um, I thought the Fatal 4-Way matches weren't too good. I thought they could have been better, but I mean I got one down. The first one as being 2.5 out of 5 stars, and I gave the second one 2.75 out of 5 stars. We had the debut of Nia Jax today, which I'm not a big fan of Nia Jax. I mean, she uses a fucking leg drop as her finisher. I mean, what are you, Hulk Hogan in the 1980s? I mean, what the fuck? You can't get a better finisher than a fucking leg drop, which is like a typical move. I mean, come on. And she doesn't even do it good. She gets like 1 foot in the air. It's almost like she just fucking falls over and does a leg drop. I mean, it looks fucking pathetic. Um, you had I guess they're hitting at the club versus the New Day too, so we're going to see that feud. Um, to be quite honest, I'm not a big fan of the club. I think a lot of people like the club. Oh, why? Because they come from New Japan Pro Wrestling, so that automatically just means they're good. I really don't see anything that good in the club. I mean, I think the real talent is in AJ Styles, but I mean, especially Anderson, or I mean Gallows. Luke Gallows is not that good. He's a big guy. He doesn't do many moves. Um, Anderson, same thing. I mean, he isn't really too great. So, um, but other than that, I still have to watch Raw. I stopped watching after Sasha. The re-debut, I did not see that. And the re-debut of Braun Strowman, like I said, I have to see that. I stopped watching after the Charlotte Sasha match, and I went right to the main event. I was went out to eat tonight, so I didn't get to watch the full episode of Raw. I still have probably like 45 minutes of Raw. So Braun Strowman had a squash match with somebody. Is that what you're alluding to? Who did he beat? That's was it like a fucking Heath Slater or something like that? Um, just some random guy from the Indies, I guess. But yeah, I thought that was a mistake to never heard of him. Just like the Nia Jax girl that she beat, I never heard of her either. Um, but that's the thing. Why did they break up the Wyatt family? They brought him back for a month and then they just break him up. I'm like, what the fuck? Just as they were garnering some momentum, just as I was beginning not to call them the Jobber family, and they're doing some good shit with them. They beat the New Day, they beat the fucking tag team champions, and then they fucking break them up. It's like, why? Why would you do that? See, this is one of the problems with the brand extension. It limits the amount of feuds you could have. So instead of the WWE champion right now is Dean Ambrose. Instead of having the whole fucking roster to pick an opponent for him at SummerSlam, oh, we only got the SmackDown roster to pick an opponent for him. So it really fucks up, a lot of the possible feud we could have here. So, but I'm very glad we're going to get Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. That should be a fucking awesome match. Like the only thing though is like they should have more time to build to the SummerSlam because somebody said, hey, at least we got the Galaxy Championship for Raw. Yeah, Neville came back. Is that what you're or the is that what you're alluding to, or are you talking about the Universal Championship, which I talked about was a dumbass name. I mean, they said something like they want to dedicate this to the WWE universe. They want to honor the WWE universe. Well, if they want to make us happy, don't name a fucking belt after us. Fucking put the right guy, the Universal Championship. It's a dumbass name, just like the WWE World Heavyweight Championship is a dumbass name. It takes me like a fucking, minute to fucking say the whole fucking thing. And now they're going to name it the Universal title. I mean, you got to be joking. Just name it what you have named it forever, the World Heavyweight Championship. But we want to dedicate it to the universe. Again, if you want to dedicate shit to us, then do good shit. Put on good entertainment. Have good champions. Have good main eventers. Have good segments. Have logical segments. I don't feel any more special now that I have a title named after me. So somebody says my only problem with Balor is that it's too obvious. We knew he'd win. He'd win tonight. I disagree. I really didn't. It was his first night on Raw, so it wasn't really that obvious. To me that it's not like I was 100% sure he would win. It's not like I would bet like $100 that he would win. I don't. Somebody said they thought Roman would win. Yeah, I mean, I thought there was a decent possibility that we would see Roman win because we all know Vince McMahon, my bad, loves to suck Roman's cock there. Somebody said, in my opinion, they're pushing him too fast. I don't really think so because, I mean, what do you want to see Roman Reigns in the fucking main event? I mean, he's proved himself in NXT. We know he's a good wrestler. He's popular. He's talented, and I don't really think they're pushing him too fast because people like him. He's good. He's talented. And he's really better than a lot of the people on the main roster. He's definitely better than Roman Reigns. And he's better than a lot of them. So I don't really have a problem with it. Somebody says they don't have a problem with Balor. Yeah, I like him. I think he's good. He's a breath of fresh air. It's something new. I like it. He's proved, like I said, he's proved himself in NXT. People like him. He's got a pretty good gimmick there. His entrance is pretty cool. He's a good wrestler. He's had some good matches from what I remember. So I don't have a problem with it, to be honest with you. But we will all have our opinions there. But yeah, like I said, was there anything good between Sasha Banks and the main event, or was it just like, for anybody who watched it, or was it just like shit matches, jobber matches? Because they did some good shit earlier in the show. They had a good result there at the main event. So I figure WWE is due to have some shit there, in between. All fucking filler, yeah. I bet because they had some good shit from what I saw, so they're due to have some bad shit from the shit I didn't watch. Cass and Enzo beat Primo and Epico. Yeah, whatever happened to the Shining Stars? So they have like fucking a bunch of vignettes with them cutting promos in front of green screens for fucking 2 months, and they're hyping up Puerto Rico. They're like fucking travel agents paid by the government from Puerto Rico. That's their fucking gimmick. Come to Puerto Rico where they're fucking have a debt crisis. So they're doing that shit, and then they debut one day. Somebody said Nia Jax and Braun Strowman crush matches as well. Yeah, I saw the Nia Jax match. I still have to see Braun Strowman, but yeah, I mean, so they did those vignettes, and then they debuted. They had one match, and then they fucking went away and started having vignettes again. I have never heard of that. First off, their gimmick is fucking terrible. And they debut, and then they fucking go away and have more vignettes. What the fuck is that? Nobody wants to see these two goofballs standing in front of a green screen cutting fucking 30-second promos on how great Puerto Rico is. It's one of the worst gimmicks I've ever seen. Like I was saying, Vince McMahon, I keep fucking up his name, and his creative team of cronies are somebody says it's because Vince is racist. I don't think it's because he's racist. I really don't think there's any evidence to show that he's racist, but I just think he's fucking dumb. Look at Roman Reigns. He's a fucking Samoan. I mean, you can't fucking... It's not because he's racist. I really doubt that. There's no evidence really to back that up, in my opinion. I just think he's fucking dumb. I just think that he's, like I was saying, he's not good. He's not smart. I don't think that it's... that's what a lot of people were saying when Titus O'Neil... Somebody says Reigns pinned clean twice in 2 days, Vince getting his own back. Yeah, it seems like they're finally waking up to the fact that nobody likes Roman Reigns, that he's fucking terrible, that he's not a main eventer, that he shouldn't even be in this company, and they're starting to, take him away from the main events. They're starting to make him lose. So, he lost to Rollins at Money in the Bank. Yes or no for Golden Truth Pokemon Go segments. I actually thought that somebody says he's not fucking terrible. I think he is. I mean, he's fucking boring in the ring. He can't cut a promo. I actually thought that Pokemon Go segment with Bob Backlund was a little... I laughed. I got a kick out of that. That was a little bit funny where, they're trying to play Pokemon Go and Bob Backlund yells at him or whatever the fuck and says, it's not a game, it's not a game. I thought that was kind of funny there. But yeah, any more questions? I gotta fucking go finish up Raw here. But are there any more questions or comments before I finish up Raw here and go watch these few, as one person put it, filler segments that I gotta fucking get done and then get my Raw review up on YouTube. But yeah, from what I saw, I wasn't really that disappointed with Raw. Very happy to see Finn Balor win there at the end. So I can't really complain too much because it actually seems from this Raw that the show has improved. Somebody says Balor won. Yes, he did win. He beat Roman Reigns, which means he will face Seth Rollins for the new Universal Championship. Somebody says SmackDown tomorrow. Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta fucking... So we have... Yes, Balor is going to face Rollins for this new Universal Championship at SummerSlam. So... And that's the thing. We had 3 hours of Battleground last night, 3 hours of Raw tonight, and 2 hours of SmackDown. And you have to watch SmackDown now because that has a fucking title on it, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So they're forcing you to watch all this shit of content, 5 hours a week. This week it's 8 hours a week of wrestling. I mean, I'm going to fucking shoot myself. I mean, I don't want to fucking subject myself to 8 hours of fucking torture. I mean, they showed some promise this week. They did some good shit. Yeah, then Monday till nothing, but still, it's a lot to watch. Somebody says yes, Balor did win. Like I was saying here, he beat Roman Reigns, meaning I don't want to chill because I don't want to watch fucking 5 hours of wrestling per week. That's a lot of fucking shit. But yes, Balor won. He's going to face Rollins at SummerSlam for the new Universal Championship that they created, that they announced that was going to be created. So no, I don't want to fucking chill because this company has a lot of problems, and I have put probably ever since the network came out, I've no doubt put hundreds of dollars into this company through. I have a lot of fucking T-shirts. I've put $10 into the network every fucking month since pretty much since it's came out. I've watched Raw every fucking week. Every fucking segment. I don't skip segments. I've watched every fucking thing, pretty much. Maybe I skipped like one because I think I skipped one because like my TV fucked up or my recording DVR fucked up or whatever the fuck. But I've been a dedicated fan to this shitty ass company, so no, I'm not gonna chill when they do shitty things that I don't like. I'm gonna rant on it. Maybe you should have been GM instead of fucking Dick Foley. I don't mind Mick Foley being a GM. I mean, he's pretty much a legend. People like him. I mean, it's better than fucking, like one of those people they were bringing back, like Vicky Guerrero. I mean, I don't mind it. To be quite honest, I mean, they brought Daniel Bryan. They have Mick Foley. Those are two pretty good GMs. So I'm not disappointed in that. But I mean, that's pretty much it. Are there any more comments or questions here? Because like I was saying, I got to finish up Raw here. But another good Periscope discussion. I'm glad I'm getting a lot of comments and questions and feedback. So thanks for that. But like I was saying, I got to go finish up Raw here. I'll get my review up. I don't know, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. What's your YouTube? My YouTube is The Ruthless Ranter. So yeah, go check me out on YouTube. It's one word, The Ruthless Ranter. It's one word. I'll get my Raw review up. Like I said, either late tonight or tomorrow, like during the afternoon. So, but yeah, I gotta go finish up Raw here. So hopefully it's not as bad as people were saying. The shit I have to watch. Like one guy said, it was all filler. So we'll see. But like I said, thanks for all the comments and questions. I appreciate it. Good. Somebody says good luck. Yeah, I only got to watch like 45 minutes, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'm not tired. I got a good amount of sleep after I came home from work. Took a pretty long ass nap, so should be pretty fucking good. I'm in a good mood because I know BALOR won, so it's not going to be too bad. So I'll get my review up sometime in the next, either tonight or tomorrow afternoon. So if you want to go check it out, go check it out. Again, The Ruthless Ranter on YouTube. So like I said, thanks for all the comments and views and whatever the fuck. So there you go.